Live from the 412, it's Platt's point of view, y'all. Let's go. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Platt, and this is Platt's point of view. And on today's show, I have another special guest joining me in the studio. In 3 seasons, from 1998 to the year 2000 at Morehead State, this dual-threat quarterback threw for over 5,000 yards, 51 touchdowns. He ran for over 3,700 yards with 63 touchdowns. He was the first quarterback in FCS, which was 1AA at the time. He's the first quarterback in history to throw for over 5,000 yards and rush for over 3,000 yards in a career. His senior year at Morehead State, in the year 2000, he led the nation in total offense. He also played for the Buffalo Bills, had a stint in NFL Europe, spent time in the Arena League. I'm talking about Dave Dinkins. Thanks for joining me in the studio today, Dave.
What's up, man? What's good?
All right. We're going to get right into it, man.
All right.
Coming out of Shinley High School in 1997, you were a pretty good quarterback, but you played in a wing T offense, which doesn't require a lot of passing. So how did Morehead State fans you? Talk about the recruiting process.
We had this camp called Metro Index Football Camp, and all the top guys from Pittsburgh, we would all go there, and basically show what we could do. Even other coaches from other high schools were like, why you go to Shinley? You could throw, you could run, and all Coach Trent does is make you hand the ball off. Right. So I'm Metro. I had Vanderbilt. I had big schools that wanted me, but Morehead State was like, no matter what, we want you, whether you pass your SATs. We got it was called a Prop 48.
I remember that.
Remember that?
48.
So when somebody says something to you like that, I said, well, this school really want me. I got to go to Vanderbilt, and each year there could be a better quarterback whose dad didn't pay for a building or something can come and take my spot. Then I figured, at Shinley, it was the same way. Coach Trent, he loved the, I want to say it like them, uppity class players that's walk around like this and did stuff like this. Yeah. I was from the Hill District, so we from the same. We just went to different schools, even though your school and my school should have been one school.
Right.
And we should have been playing all the other teams. But Sharon and Shinley really should have been one school, but it was 2 different schools. So Metro Index Camp, happened, and that's how Morehead State and all the other schools ended up getting to see me, because I didn't do nothing in the City League. I was good on defense.
Yeah.
Like me, Rob Dixon, Andy Blackwell. Andy Blackwell and me, we was on all-city DBs, not quarterback.
Yeah, I know. I seen that.
They had my young boy, Rob Rutherford, was the starting quarterback.
Yeah, as a sophomore.
Yeah, and me and Andy Blackwell, the 2 senior quarterbacks, he was the corner after safety.
I know they put y'all,
Right.
Most of them dudes didn't even play defense, but they had to honor you guys, though.
Andy played corner.
Yeah.
No, he played strong safety, and I played free safety.
Yeah.
But, we, City League back then, guys is weak now, these new millennial guys, these YouTubers, whatever, they do all their stuff here. We was outside, so we played both ways,
right?
Offense and defense.
Right.
Some quarterbacks was kickers too, so we played every position. So that's just the difference between us and them compared to the players now.
Speaking of City League, man, what's some of your best City League memories? You played basketball too, won a city title, if I'm not mistaken, your senior year. Give me your best City League memories. I
had so many concussions. The best City, I have to say, probably in basketball when we played Perry, Naron Jackson, one of the top players, James Myers,
Fife Dog,
and Brian Curl. They were basketball players. Me and Kev Holt.
Yeah.
We strictly football players.
Y'all had Rashawn Brute that one year, too.
You was on that team, he's
right?
older,
you were a younger guy, though.
Yeah, younger than him. But the whole Perry team, my man Court, they focused on Naron, Fife, and Brian Curl.
Right, I remember that.
And they left me and Kev alone, and I hit him for 20. Kev hit him for 18. In the Hill, in the north side, I ain't going to say the 2 older guys' names. They was betting, and we won, and actually they was dissing me where does Peanut Fender come from? You know what I'm saying? And my mom, that's my son. He ain't just a football player.
Yeah.
But, that's why one thing I like about basketball is unpredictable. You can do the brackets all you want.
Right. You
don't know if Gonzaga is going to win. You don't know if who Duke gonna win.
Right.
But one thing my older cousin Tone Scott told me, he said, no way Perry's gonna beat you on the championship. I said, Tone, why? He said, they beat y'all twice in the regular season. They can't beat y'all 3 times in a row.
Wow.
I said, so I believed him.
Yeah.
I never told Fife. I never told him wrong.
Right.
I never told Brian Curl.
Right.
Okay.
I want everybody to be mellow.
Right. I wanted, but I just start firing and I was hitting.
I remember I was at that game.
My cousin told me, he said, there's no way Perry could beat y'all 3 times in a row. That's impossible. And he was right. We beat the game that count.
Wow.
The championship.
Wow.
Yep.
So, what other schools were interested in you coming out of Shinley? I know you said Vanderbilt and what other schools?
Vanderbilt. No Pittsburgh schools. Duquesne was. Actually, Coach Wayner, that's my main man. He's one of my coaches at Morehead State. It's where I was in the bathroom at Metro, you know. He said, what's up, Dinkins? You throwing the ball good. Hey, we got a good quarterback. You know, the quarterback actually for Duquesne at the time, he went to go play for the Redskins. But he came in the bathroom with Coach Wayner and they was talking to me like, yeah, I just got 1 more year. You really don't want to come in as a freshman and jump out there. So Duquesne, you know, they came at me strong. Let me see. There was a lot of schools back. Waynesburg actually came up.
Oh, yeah?
Waynesburg.
Wow.
But, you know, this is the 90s. And
yeah.
I didn't know where. I felt like Waynesburg was just like not my fit. And I'm kind of mad because my weightlifting coach now, Eric Angle, and everybody.
Kurt Angle's brother.
Yeah.
Wow.
Eric Angle, who's, you know, my weightlifting coach. You got to help him out. You know, he's looking for a little transplant, trying to find a donor. So if anybody could reach out.
Right.
Help Kurt Angle. Those are my good friends.
Definitely.
He went to Waynesburg.
Wow.
You know, and he wrestled there. And I'm like, Dad, I could have went to Waynesburg. I should have went close to home. I could have went to Duquesne. But Morehead State had Coach Brandon. He went to Shinley.
Oh, wow. There's a connection here.
There you go. It's like, it was like 20 dudes from the City League. My little cousin Chuck Griffey, Mubark Malley, Mark Penix.
Yeah, Mark Penix. Yeah, he's one of your receivers.
Travis.
Yep. Shout out to Trav Struthers.
Trav Struthers, my main man. We had Twan Mitchell, Eric. You know, Eric calling it Big E. He's the tight center for Westinghouse coming out, but he all in the flipping houses and stuff now. I want for Lil Corey.
Yeah, he has a lot of Pittsburgh.
We was deep. Ron Weaffey.
Yeah.
He played DN. He
made it to the CFL. Yeah. I remember him.
Yep. Like 6'5", 290. We had the Pittsburgh was deep, so I'm not talking stuff because it might be some Kentucky people to see this, but they ain't want nothing with Pittsburgh dudes.
Yeah,
we was deep. Like it used like you was at Pitt.
Travis said that too. Yep.
Travis said Trav, as an 18-year-old kid, Trav like 6'5".
Yeah.
Like might be 305 and solid, not no little guy. So we was kind of big down Morehead. So I don't know if everybody followed me down there. I would like to say that, like I'm like Moses or you know the Messiah, but no, I wasn't. You know, it just Coach Brandon. He went to Shinley and he knew how to talk to us. He knew our language, so.
Yeah, that's always an easy way to adjust.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He brought everybody down there. People thought they came down there for me. You know, Mubark doing real good right now. He runs the Homewood League.
Yeah, he do. Yeah, shout out to him, man. Great job.
That's my main man, Mubark. And Mark Penix was my wide receiver. He
has, man. Mark was nice. Yeah. Mark was nice.
Yeah, so, you know, there's a lot of Pittsburgh dudes that went to school with me.
That's what's up. Talk about life as a student athlete in Morehead, Kentucky, Dave.
Man, it's different. Mountains, Confederate flags.
Ooh, man.
Small town. Biscuits and gravy, I have to say. You know, people said, why you getting so big, Dave? And I said, you know, they have everything smothered in some type of skin. Chicken fried steak, steak fried steak. Everything got gravy on it, you know.
Yeah.
And one thing, like my wife, she likes to eat stuff like that with smothered and gravy and stuff like that. But Morehead State's totally different, but the people are so nice.
Yeah.
Southern hospitality.
I love Southern hospitality.
Yeah,
definitely.
Just like, it's a good place to be. Like, never judge a book by its cover. Go check it out for yourself. Don't let nobody tell you that somebody is this or somebody is that, because if I would have thought like what Morehead State was up in the mountains and all the stuff I was hearing, I probably wouldn't have went to college. I probably would have, you know, went somewhere else.
Yeah.
But Well, you know, the head coach down in Morehead State is like, you know, that's my coach, but he was like my dad. So, you know, some people said, oh, the coach and then the quarterback, they like father and son. Yeah, people knew.
Yeah.
Coaches knew.
It's
like,
always a connection.
Ain't no I in team. I should be like, no disrespect, but there's a me. You keep talking to me like that, you're going to get fired. You know, I was a jerk when I was younger, but just, you know, I did whatever my coach asked. If he say run an 80-yard touchdown, I ran it. If he say run a 60, I ran it. So, he right now to this day, me, him, and Mark still talk on the phone.
That's great, man.
Me, him, and Mark Pennis talk on the phone.
That's excellent. Good on to the next question, Dave. Best team you faced while playing at Morehead State. Who's the best team y'all went up against, in your opinion?
The best team, I had to say, South Florida.
South Florida?
They had Henry. He played for the, Dallas Cowboys, number 42.
Okay.
They had Grammatica.
Wow, automatic Grammatica.
Right. So, you know, he used to say very, very mean things to me on the field. And it was, you know, because we're a smaller school.
Yeah.
You know, and South Florida is like a powerhouse.
Yeah, so they looking down on you guys.
Playoffs. No, they had to blow us out to
Yeah.
make it. But they can't blow us out
Right.
because you got a Hill District quarterback, Major Harris, Clyde, and, you know, I'm learning from them. And so he's to say, you know, South Florida was the hardest team. Then we get to play in Buccaneer Stadium, so any of them kids that's never going to reach the level of the NFL, here you go. At least you get to play in Buccaneer Stadium.
I know that's a heck of an experience, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Right.
Heck yeah. A lot of people don't know, but you broke a lot of Phil Simms records at Morehead State as a dual threat quarterback, 19 school records to be exact, and a lot of them stand to this day. But who's the best player you played against while at Morehead State, Dave?
The best player I ever played against? Oh, man. I have to say the guy Henry.
Okay.
He's a defensive player, but it was sometimes I'll think I'm about to throw a touchdown. He'll just come out of nowhere. You know, I'm thinking he's from South Florida. He'll slap the ball down, and you know,
he's a rangy corner, huh?
Right? You know how South Florida dudes is. He said some little things like,
they're all
like with Black, what's his name? Kodak Black will say. Okay. So he was like the best player I ever played against.
Okay.
But the offense, I would have to say, I can't remember the quarterback's name from Utah State. Or was it I don't know. It's called we played against Southern Utah.
Okay.
They had a quarterback that ran the option like me. So whatever I did, that quarterback matched me right back.
Did he?
But I just said, oh, you got a better team. I was making up excuses.
Yeah.
Y'all got better facilities. Y'all in the mountains.
Yeah.
You breathe different air. But offensively, he was the best Southern Utah. I just can't remember his name. But, of course, he was too small to go to the NFL. But, you know, the South Florida players, they had like 6, 7 guys who go to the NFL each year. So it would definitely be South Florida, I know.
Okay. What's some of your best memories playing at Morehead State?
See, I'm very, you know, humble now. And one of my best memories is playing against, not even for football, it was playing against the Florida Gators in basketball.
Okay.
And that's why I got my basketball shirt on right now. And I had to cover Sean Miller.
Yeah.
That's when I knew I was going to go to
So
the
hold
NFL.
up, wait a minute. A lot of people don't know you played for the Morehead State basketball team too?
I ran track.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
Well, see, I ran track, basketball, and football, and I ran an anchor, javelin, played on the basketball team. Because, you know, Donovan McNabb was doing it. Charlie Wharton was doing it. So that's what I know. But see,
quarterback thing.
The difference between me compared to, like, Major Harris, and like he did all that. He could do all that right now. Like he probably play golf.
Heck of an athlete.
Rashid could do all that, but I think they drink bottled water. I drink the water straight out the faucet.
Okay.
The minerals. I believed in the Ninja Turtles. I wanted to be a different being. You know what I'm saying? So by me drinking all that faucet water, you know, blah! No, you know what I'm saying? Get you bigger. But yeah, Sean Miller, bro. He was shooting 3-pointers like foul shots on me, and he let me score one time. It was so funny. Then Neron Jackson called me the next day, like, bro, you scored on the Gators? I didn't want to be like, bro, he let me score. Like, he hit me for like 30-something points. Woo. I think, what was the coach named Donovan?
Billy Donovan, yup.
He didn't even,
former coach of
he didn't let them do no layups. They all had to shoot jumpers, even their center. they all were shooting threes on us. Like, no respect.
Was Udonis Haslam on that team that year?
I don't know. They just had, their team was loaded, bro.
Yeah.
They had like
You
4
said,
dudes.
Sean, you might mean Mike Miller.
Is it Mike Miller?
Mike Miller.
He like 6'6".
Yeah,
6'8"?
Mike Miller, from Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Yeah, Mike Miller. He got
Mike
a couple
Miller.
rings with LeBron.
I know he's a Miller,
Yeah,
and I
Mike
just know
Miller.
he was like
I had to
this.
think, I'm like, you said Sean Miller or
Yeah,
Mike Miller?
Mike
Okay,
Miller.
I know exactly who you're talking about. He was nice. Nice
So I was
player.
happy, you know. They took us to Disney World. We was so in our, like, starstruck. We had Disney World.
You became a fan.
There you go. And that's why I'm glad when some people, like, your homeboy, like, yo, chill, we can't be glorifying and all this because you're going to get starstruck. Right, we're trying to beat them. Then when they took me to Florida Gator Field, it was over.
Yeah.
Come on, Beans. When you playing football, if we could get out on that field right there, come on, man.
Yeah.
So I was so worried about the football field and all that. Like, man, how can I get down to the school? By the time the game started, Mike Miller was just shooting threes on me from half court, like laughing.
Wow.
So I knew after that day, I just need to focus on football. Like, I was only at the time like 6'1.5". I'm like 6'3" now, but he was like 6'8", 6'9". Like, there was nothing I could do.
Right.
And that's why I found out I'm not AI. Like, I mean, I was focused on the wrong sport, definitely.
You was undrafted coming out of Morehead State. The Buffalo Bills, they signed you as an undrafted free agent, pardon me. You spent 2 years in Buffalo. Talk about that whole experience.
The best thing about that experience is, you know, I got a cousin named Mike Dog, and he acted like he is in one of the teams for the Redskins, and, you know, he know how to change his voice, and I go to answer the phone. I'm thinking it's really the Redskins. It's my cousin joking.
Yeah.
So when Tom Donahoe did finally call me, I'm like not excited because it's like they call as soon as the draft is over because they try to get their teams, the players that's right on the cusp from the small schools.
Right.
You're gonna get.
Right.
So they say, how you doing, Mr. Dinkins? This is Tom Donahoe. We would like to, invite you to camp for the Buffalo Bills. And I was like, okay, thanks a lot. He's like, you don't sound excited. And I was like, I'm just hoping you don't say sight.
Yeah.
My cousin just did a joke on me. Then he was like, oh, I understand. Then Greg Williams got on the phone, the head coach.
Okay.
Like, what happened was it was politics, and he told me what positions they needed, and if my position was needed like that, I would have got drafted. But me and Mike McMahon.
Okay, remember
from
Mike
North Hill.
McMahon? Yeah, North Allegheny.
Okay,
Yeah.
North Allegheny, North Hills, whatever. Me and him both was supposed to fly to Detroit and throw in front of Detroit. So therefore, his plane made it. I'm from a small town, Morehead State. They wouldn't let me on the plane because I only got there an hour early. They said I should got there 2 hours early.
Wow.
Who did McMahon get drafted by?
Detroit.
You're welcome. You need to thank the Morehead State plane service for not letting me get on that plane because I was going to light him up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a different quarterback because when you do get to that question, who my favorite players is, people all over Pittsburgh would be shocked.
I can't wait to get to that.
Right.
At the time, man, the traditional drop back passer, they was still the norm. They still wasn't ready for dual threat quarterbacks like you, which is crazy. But did you get invited to the NFL Combine?
At that time, I think the coaches play a big part in that. And like I said, my coach was like my father. And if Coach Ballard felt like it would be a bad fit for me to go up there with the quarterbacks I played with, and no disrespect to them, was terrible. Like the ones who got drafted and stuff, y'all can look at the draft and y'all can see, like, when you see these dudes in practice, you be like, oh, man, I know somebody better than that. Mark Castell could throw better than that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think he was looking at my best interest because, believe it or not, the NFL teams send you letters like college.
Wow.
But you don't get it, your coach gets it.
Oh, okay.
So one day, junior year, Calgary comes down.
CFL, Calgary Stampeders.
They said, we want you to come out now. And I said, I go to Morehead State. You know what I'm saying? 1998 champion. I said, why you want me to come out? Why don't you wait till my senior year? He said, oh, you don't know? He said, you know, my coach, he's like my dad, Coach Bowler, standing right here. He said, you're on the NFL draft board. Just to even get on that board, you're good enough to play in the CFL. So, you know, I called my mom, let her know. I said, Calgary want me to come out, and they're going to draft me if I come out and leave school early. But then also, and Coach Bowler was like, but, you know, Miss, at the time, her last name, my mom's Jackson, is right now. But her real last name is Myers. Kelly's Kingdom, you know. She got daycare.
Shout out to that.
On the
Shout
hill.
out to Mom Dukes.
If your kids is on the daycare at the hill, that's my mom. But yeah. So my mom. So he told my mom like, but you on the NFL board. You should tell your son to wait. So my mom was like, yo, yeah, son, you should wait. No rushing going to Canadian League. Plus, our money's double there. So why would you want to go and play where you get whatever thousand, like on practice team at the time, NFL was getting like $270,000, and have a starting contract in the Canadian League, you might get 100,000 Canadian, so that's like 50,000 American. So it didn't make no sense,
Right.
economically to do that. So I definitely listened to my mother and you know went the NFL route.
Great. Dave, you got good size at 6'2", strong arm. You ran a 4.5 and a 40. Why did the Buffalo Bills move you to D-back instead of trying you? I mean, why did they move you to D-back and try you at running back instead of giving you a real shot at quarterback?
Well, I ended up playing quarterback, but what happened was one of their DBs got hurt as soon as we got to camp. And that 4.5, that's wrong. Actually, I ran like a low 4.4.
Okay.
Because you can play DB and run a 4.5 back in them days. But one of the DBs got hurt, and then Travis Henry got hurt in the Senior Bowl.
Okay.
So then they said, okay, but I was that talented. Then they said, okay, let's move Dinkins to running back.
Yeah.
Now, boom, Travis get hurt. I'm playing running back. I'm turning it up, running, boom, 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 boom. And then Rob Johnson, I'm hurting his elbow. Now I moved back to quarterback. So it was like I was a utility player. I was like slash, you know.
Okay.
So, but my career, anytime I made the team, they'll always put me under quarterback, but then with a slash back.
Right.
So I was a quarterback that could do whatever, you know.
Yeah,
special
versatile.
team. I'm Hill. That's why.
Right.
When the dude Hill from New Orleans is already like battling for the starting job.
Taysom Hill, yeah.
I'm voting for him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not voting for the drop back quarterback. Taysom Hill, he's running and throwing,
right.
catching passes,
playing special teams.
special
he's doing it all.
He's a quarterback that I will, you know, vote for all the time.
Cool, man. Hey, Dave, man, you played NFL Europe. I missed that league. It was a strong developmental program for players who needed seasoning. They need to bring that league back. But talk about your NFL Europe experience.
It was definitely good for just sightseeing, the culture. A lot of people in the world, they diss athletes, jocks, you know. They call us meatheads and stuff like that. But do they know that little ball took me all over Europe, Barcelona, Spain, Scotland. I lived in Amsterdam, Rain, Fire, Dusseldorf, Germany. Like, that ball took me all over the world. So before you bookworm people, y'all diss athletes, see where the athlete's going.
Right.
See where that ball's taking them. Like, even people who golf, they go all over.
Yes,
like,
they do.
Baseball players all over.
Right.
Basketball all over. The world. Volleyball all over. So, and nowadays, you got to have the grades to play.
Yeah, definitely.
And these kids are scholars. My era, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I get it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, some of the guys I know that play football with me definitely was licking the bus window and eating the paint chips. I get it. But it wasn't me. I played quarterback, so you had to be smart. But, yeah, NFL Europe, just the coffee shops and tea and all that. And just sitting outside, and the European sandwiches are like this big.
Wow.
You know, eating Fig Newtons. I don't know what they're doing. I didn't do it. And everything's goat cheese.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not going to lie. If you give me my french fries right now, I'm going to ask for mayonnaise, not Miracle Whip.
Wow.
Because they use mayonnaise on their stuff with onions. It's actually I grew accustomed to
We got used
different
to the culture.
tastes. Right.
Wow. You also got sick, man. I think you had some stomach pains and dizziness while playing in NFL Europe. What happened with that, Dave?
Well, what happened with that was I had when I was 1 in a million, and Joey Harrington, the quarterback from Oregon, he ended up getting it right after me. I had a blood clot travel from my leg.
Wow.
To my brain. I was playing in NFL Europe for like 3 weeks having a stroke. Wow. And the doctor was like, yo, you're strong as shit because excuse my language, you're strong because you were literally having a TIA, like your body shutting down and you're out here running people over.
Wow, what a blessing.
And I kept telling the medical doctors, yo, something's wrong with me. My right side, my whole right side, bro, was shutting down. I kept saying, like, something's wrong with me. They said, oh, no, you got a stinger or whatever. I said, no, something's wrong. So I'm playing them. Back then, football is totally different.
Right.
The 3 linemen will line up. And then, the gunners, we run down.
Right.
Then we got hit into the big lineman. I was literally running down and knocking them out. And they say, Dave, calm down. You're going to hurt yourself. I'm like, I can't feel nothing.
Yeah.
So eventually, my whole body went limp. They took me to a little hospital in Germany. And the doctor telling me I'll never be able to talk and walk again. I just looked at him and said, I am not dying overseas. So they let me talk to my mom. I couldn't talk. My mom crying. So I ain't gonna lie, I started singing little church songs in my head. Well, I get the little songs. And 5 minutes later, I was able to talk. And I said, man, go give me the phone so I call my mom. What's wrong with you? Let me talk to my mom. I'm all making, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sounding like a mumble rapper, So I called my mom. She said, what happened? You okay? Because Dad's trying to get plane tickets to come get me. But I said, no, I'm cool. I'll be home. So that's what happened. It was a blessing, 1 in a million. Everything happened for a reason. I don't know what that was. But, I survived it. Like, it's easy to lose your life. So you should enjoy life and have fun. Don't let nobody stress you out too much. And once that happened to me, I live life. Anybody who really knows me, they say, oh, y'all, Dave, cool, he fun. But yeah, of course, if you work for me now, I'm a boss. So of course you're gonna say, "Oh, he do this and that." Oh, I'm at work. But if you really got to know me, they'll be like, "Nah, he ain't like that, bro. Like he's having fun. He don't care nothing about that. Y'all at work. That's 2 different entities. Like you can't really say that."
Definitely. Former Bills, Eagles, and Steelers general manager Tom Donahill. He always talk highly of you. Talk about the relationship you had with him.
He's like, Western PA guy. He like to, recruit our way. And actually, I used to like go up to Duquesne University and I'll throw the ball, boom, 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 do all my, all my skills. And, you ever see the scene on Belly when DMX is shooting the ball?
Yeah.
And that dude come walking over.
Yeah.
Well, that's how him and, Joe Butler, I was throwing the ball, hitting the middle of the goalpost,
Wow.
That's a great accuracy, thing for quarterback to do. Just be out there on the field, do 10 straight ahead, move over 10, boom, boom, then go this way. And I guess he watched me work out, and he said, at the time he was released by the Steelers, he said, if I get on to another team, you're going to be on my list.
Wow.
And then I was looking, and then I seen Joe Butler. I guess he was waiting for Joe to come out of Duquesne. I guess they're setting up for Metro again or whatever. And I guess he was helping Joe set up for Metro because they always use that Duquesne field.
Right.
And I said, yeah, okay, it sounds good, but you know where, man, you come from. Dreams is like...
Right. You don't believe nothing.
Yeah, you don't believe nothing until it happens.
Okay, I got to believe.
But he did. He picked me up, and he did anything to keep me on the team. That's why he moved me around. Like, you got to realize this. If I'm a receiver, you a DB... Our starting DB get hurt. They got let's see what's good. Sean Springs available. Now you cut. You didn't even do nothing.
Right.
Like so, what Donahill would do, I was saying he'll just move me instead of picking somebody else out. He'll just move me to that position.
Wow. Just to keep you around.
Keep me around. Yeah.
What a guy.
So that's why they say the more you could do.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. The more you can do, you stay. The less you can do, you got to go.
Wow. Arena Football League experience, Dave. You played for the Erie Freeze, Wheeling, a few other teams. In 2005, you won the AIFL MVP, Arena Indoor Football League MVP, which goes to the most versatile and explosive player in the league. You want to talk about that season in 2005, bro?
I mean, I couldn't even tell you or remember. I just know. I trained with Terrence Gibbons at that time.
Okay.
He owns Getting Fit now, and he has like these weight vests, these leg vests, and like these wrist wrap, all these like weights, and he like makes you do all the movements and stuff. And for some reason, it made me faster and have a quicker release. We had, a great coach, Sean Lyada and all that. He's still coaching now all over YouTube. Roe Benjamin. The team was real good. I didn't really have to do much. I had receivers.
I remember games used to come on TV.
I remember I could literally go like this and throw the football like this, and my receivers, they'll jump up over everybody and take it. Like, we had real athletic players. So.
And I noticed on some of the footage, man, I remember, too, it took me back. A couple of them games, man, Rod Rutherford was throwing you passes. Yeah, right. you were quarterbacking, you were running.
The pop right there,
definitely,
baby.
Man. Look at that. Wow.
That's my guys right there. See, that's Rod throwing it to me now.
Yep, there you go.
I did it for mail all day that day. I was a mailman and playing football, so see, that's Joe Vaughn. He played in it.
Yeah, he's in the CFL. Yep, he used to play for Winnipeg.
Yeah,
Hockey. I remember him.
Right there, that's Sam. He played for the Buccaneers.
Wow.
That's Darmel Whitfield. He broke all the records at Gannon.
Wow. That's
great, Brandon
man.
Jackson. Like, we had like a big team. Like that's at Blackwell. Who did Black play for? The Steelers. He had a shot with the Steelers.
Wow, that's great, man.
All them dudes, had their career somewhere and they played somewhere, but that's why our team was that good.
That's good.
Like, literally everybody on that team. It's so crazy to do Roe Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
When my cousin and when Shinley was, they was ranked like number 2 in the nation. But Roe Benjamin, number 2 right there.
Yeah.
He played wide receiver for the Erie team.
Okay.
Man, they beat the mess out of us, bro. Like, beat us bad. And, Roe was on that team, and me and him talking about that. He played wide receiver, and we couldn't stop him, and they don't know he's a linebacker.
Wow.
He's a linebacker now.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Heck
So
yeah.
That's Rod right there.
Yeah.
That's Darmel,
Great.
So
man. Good footage.
Yeah.
Definitely. Dave, when you hear first player in FCS history to throw for over 5,000 yards and run for over 3,000 yards, how that make you feel, bro?
I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I mean, normal to me because actually I wanted to be the first Black River dancer from Lithuania. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no Black River dancer. So, anybody can do that, throw a ball, look like that. But
yeah.
How many blacks can really river dance? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm messing with you though, bro. No, it's a great feeling and honor. I'm just thank God there was no social media out back then. Because, a lot of these guys, a lot of these kids is capable of doing what I did.
Right.
But social media be so far in these dudes' heads. I tell all my boys, don't let your kids have no social media if they're going to play sports because that's public opinion. And if you don't let somebody's opinion dictate your life, then that mean they own you. If anybody can change your emotions, that mean that person owns you. So you can't let nobody change how you feel about what you want to do. So by me having that, that's how I walk around. I'm the first person to do that.
Right, as you're supposed to.
Forever.
Right.
So don't tell me to eat a hot dog, bro. I eat hamburgers, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, man.
Hill District hamburgers, man.
Morehead State inducted you into their Athletic Hall of Fame in 2010. You want to talk about that day?
That was, another special moment in my life because, that school made me who I am today.
Right.
Showed me how to be in the business world. That's why I'm a level
Hall
22
of
manager.
Fame, man. That's excellent.
You know what I'm
Great
saying?
honor.
Level 22 manager in the post office. That's because of, Morehead State, took a liking into me and the kid from Pittsburgh, from the Hill District, to be great one day. And I tell my kids that you accept your flyers while you're alive. Don't be afraid to be great.
Right,
You know?
right.
And my
That's
daughters,
good,
you know, Bria and Zan and Zaire, they look at me and they say, okay. So, you know, my daughter, Bria, she got her own business. And Zan and Zaire, they're in Paris right now. Their mom, they got like the best mom. The mom does everything for them and all that. So, and look at the food she feed me. Bang! That's the wing she made me last night.
Hey, Dave, any animosity not giving a fair chance to play quarterback in the NFL? Because I know we talked about it, but did you feel some type of way, man?
No, because that was just the norm to us.
Yeah.
I don't look at stuff as racism. How is it going to be racism when the NFL is like majority black?
Right.
I didn't look at it like that. It's just that the best players
are going to play.
Not even going to play. You get the ball in Marshall Faulk's hand.
Okay.
You get the ball in LaDainian Thomas's hand.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Now it's the Tom Brady show.
Right.
Back then, Tom Brady was hitting people with passes and dump offs and stuff. There was Randall Cunningham, yes. Mm-hmm. Who else could we say besides Randall Cunningham? Cordell Stewart.
Yeah, Mike Vick,
Mark Brunell, Steve Young.
Yeah, I like Brunell.
And Steve Young.
Yeah.
Okay. It was rare. Them quarterbacks all ran.
Yeah.
3 of them quarterbacks are left-handed though.
I know.
Vic, Young,
and
Brunell.
Yeah.
And they was beasts.
Yeah, they were.
And they all took off. And that was just the norm, and they just was the ones. They were the ones allowed to do that. Yeah. If you did that too many times, ask Drew Bledsoe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, wow.
He took off running.
Yeah, Mo Lewis, and his career was never the same.
Career was never the same after that.
Tom Brady was birthed to the NFL.
That's why they really don't want quarterbacks to run because, you know, Drew Bledsoe met a defender, and now Tom Brady and them other quarterbacks behind you are either just as good as you,
right,
or 10 times better. You would never see the field again.
Yeah.
So they're sitting there just waiting, and they're congratulating you. Good job. But deep down in their head, like, don't let me get in there.
Yeah.
You're never going to see this field again. Ooh, so that's why a running quarterback back then, them dudes, all the linebackers was 250 and up.
Yeah.
Now these little linebackers.
They're 220, 218. They could cover.
I'm too big to be a linebacker.
Blitz. They could play safety. They're so versatile, man.
That's why they get hurt so much. They're so tiny nowadays. But back then, we had the Buffalo Bills had all the linebackers, Brandon Spoon and them from the North Carolina Tar Heels. And then we had Sam Kyer from Florida State. Oh, yeah, he was nice. Our linebacker staff was like crazy. And these dudes, my roommate, Donnie Green. Donnie Green was 6'5", 270, running a 4.4. And they moved me to running back. I'm 6'1", 215, and I got to block him. And he got a 7 yard. He's 7 yards back.
Wow.
He bench pressed 600 yards. I bench pressed at the time maybe 340.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what that's doing to me?
What?
Ragdolling me. But see, I'm from the hill. When you don't keep doing that to me, so I went to, came back home. Went to GNC. And, went back to camp, and now it's a fair fight. They're like, how you get to 240? I said, nah, throw me now. Now we on the same strength, and then,
Right. What artists did you listen to before the games, Dave, to get you in the mood, get you amped up, man?
Let me see. Before the game, back then, I had to say Jay-Z.
Okay.
Jay-Z, and then if I was too excited, I had to put on some Prince, Insatiable.
Okay.
Scandalous, calm down.
Kiss.
You know what I'm saying? Calm me down. That's when I was a starter.
Yeah.
I listen, just calm down. But when I knew I'd just be on special teams, I'm listening to Jay-Z.
Cool, man.
Streets is Watching and stuff like that.
Classic album.
That's how old that stuff is.
Yeah, good music.
DMX and all that. So yeah. Cameron.
Okay.
Or your Dipset.
That'll always get somebody amped up for anything.
Definitely.
Give me your 5 favorite NFL quarterbacks of all time. Your 5 favorite.
My 5 favorite?
Yeah, your 5 favorite NFL quarterbacks.
Did Major Sheed do this?
I think I asked Rashid the question. I don't think we got to it with Major Harris.
Well, Major might have had John Unitas and Mark Duper in one bar and all that.
Tarkenton.
Yeah, Fred Tarkenton throwing like this. But my top 5 quarterbacks would have to be Randall Cunningham.
Okay.
Warren Moon.
Okay, big fan of his.
Okay. I have to go Steve Young.
like Steve Young.
All right, the last two. See, my top five, they could be wherever.
Right.
And you gotta realize, and people probably say, well, why didn't he pick Michael Vick? If you look me up, me and Michael Vick was in the same draft.
Right.
So I won't pick Michael Vick. That's why. I'd say Doug Williams.
Okay.
And my one last quarterback. It's crazy I'm going to say this, and he's not one of my favorite quarterbacks because he was in the NFL. It's because when he played for Penn State, it was Kerry Collins.
Okay.
So that's
Kerry
why.
Collins had an arm.
Right. That's why I
Big
was
arm.
able to throw so well because I tried to mimic his motion and his release when he played with Jonah Carter and all that.
Yeah, I remember that. Bobby Ingram.
And all them. So, and Penn State was, the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had
That's
LeVar.
those days. Yeah.
And, Pitt had DJ. So, Kerry Collins is in my top five.
Give me your 5 favorite NFL players right now. Who's your 5 favorite players right now when you watch the games? Like,
right now,
yeah.
I have to say, what's your man, the quarterback from the Cardinals?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. One of my favorites.
Like, if all my friends that's going to see this, that's in my fantasy football, and they're going to say, why ain't he saying Lamar Jackson? Because he keeps hurting my feelings every 2 years, and I be doing so good in fantasy football.
Yeah.
And I know Andy Gallis and Ryan Inks right now is like, yeah, and then he gets hurt, and then I'm screwed. So I'm still going to say Lamar Jackson. Top 5 right now, so many people. Aaron Donald. Okay. Number 5 from the Rams.
Jalen Ramsey.
Straight
ball hawk.
And for my last one, I'm going to have to say Odell Beckham.
Okay, OBJ still a free agent too, man. Real interesting.
Yeah, I'm not going to be just one because I'm an offensive guy.
Yeah.
I'll be offense and defense.
Yeah.
Like,
okay,
right,
that's
right,
cool.
right.
So what's Dave Dinkins up to nowadays, man?
Oh, now I just work for the post office.
Cool.
Mail service, hearing all the customer complaints. We will get you your packages. Just give us a chance. And we're cheaper than FedEx and UPS. Always remember that. But, I'm out Greentree, working.
Great, man.
Really not up to nothing. Everybody always asks me, do I train people? No, I don't.
Yeah, would you like to get into coaching?
No, it's no money in the coaching.
Okay.
And that's now, if you get on because you're doing this and you could be able to say, all right, Dave, like that, yeah, but I got my kids, they'll be juniors next year.
Oh, wow, that's what's up.
So, in the post office is like a blessing, help you out a lot. And, that's what I'm into, just the post office, that's it. I ain't doing nothing else. But I do like working out, That's about it, bro. Nothing serious.
Anything you want to say before we wrap it up? One last thing you want to say to the people before we wrap it up?
Another thing I would say to the people before we wrap it up is haters is going to hate, but potatoes is going to potate. Make sure you potate because, potatoes is French fries, baked, slaw. You get a potato any way you want. I mean, you got to have all angles in the life. Don't just be one angle. Don't let nobody know you like to put ketchup on your fry. Put it up under the bun. You know what I'm saying? Flip it. No, I'm messing with you. No, it's nothing. Really, I can say to people, just live your life how you want to live. That's
Definitely, man.
That's all I can say to the people.
Yeah. I want to thank you for coming in. I want to thank our guest, Dave Dinkins. Quite the character, man. I enjoyed this interview.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll do it for another episode of Platt's Point of View. We'll see y'all next time, y'all. Out.
CJ on the